Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Letting the intrusive thoughts win. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com, and available wherever you get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss expanding your pants, what really washed ashore in Australia, and what not to do with your lottery winnings. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy who is trying different microphone techniques. It's Dick. I'm an acquired taste, Schisler.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? I'm just going to start off by saying that you were really painting the corners with some heat last week. You had a good episode. Your podcast Madden rating is like up to a 90 now.
Yeah.
Jumped ahead of me in the funnies, everything.
Yeah.
You were on fire
I told
last
you,
week.
never underestimate the Dick.
I won't again. Just when
Better
I
not.
thought I had you where I
I
want you.
really enjoyed. Shout out to Justin Pierce coming in and being on the show.
Or Price.
Oh, is it Price?
Yeah, I
I've
think
just done
so.
Justin Pierce the whole time. Maybe I should pay more attention to the show notes that I just opened up for today.
It's all good.
Sorry,
That's right.
Justin Pierce.
Justin Pierce Price was a great guest.
Yeah,
We'll probably
well-
have to have him on at some time again in the future. I have
Yeah,
a
only
feeling.
him. He's our only
The
gonna be
only
our
one. Yeah, he's gonna be our
'cause
reoccurring.
people are asking about being guests, and I'm like, you know what? Go through Andrew. He's the one that does everything. I just show up.
It's quite a lengthy screening process too that you have to
Yeah.
go through. Step one: are you breathing?
$4,000.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do the universal lubricant, otherwise
Yeah.
known as cash. Got to have lots of cash to get on this show.
So,
man.
the weather's changed here in the Texas area where we do the show in Conroe. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
It got cold though, man. It got really,
Yeah,
really cold.
no. So my mutual buddy, bowling buddy, and I hung out outside all day Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
like watching the UFC fights and
Outside?
yeah,
It's like a high of 30.
It was great. It was raining off and on, and we got
Oh.
the heater. Then it was good, and we ate some chili, and then I got a stomach bug, so we didn't know if it was a chili. But let me tell you something. I don't usually get stomach bugs or food poisoning or whatever it is.
But when you do,
But when you do, and the last thing you really ate was chili, let me tell you something. There's a stink in the house for like a week.
thank you for that. Yeah.
And
a week?
I mean, it was, I'm telling you.
Putting the chili. Speaking of that and being outdoors when it's cold, did you try the trick of putting any cayenne pepper in your socks to stay warm?
No.
Did you hear about this? There was a football team that did this last week for the cold weather. Put in cayenne pepper mixed in with like talcum powder or foot
I
powder.
can see it, and your feet are sweating.
And then, and it's supposedly the capsaicin or whatever in the pepper
Yeah.
is supposed to keep you warm. So,
well, it's probably hot.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, go figure.
So,
I'm going to have to try it, though.
yeah, well, let's report back on that one. But did you see any surprises this? Because you've been gone, you've been traveling.
Well, I
and
traveled this week, but I was a
Was
little
it cold
surprised.
where you were?
No, it was starting to warm up. I mean, I just went to San Antonio, so it was fine.
Just went to this good old SA.
Good old SSA.
You didn't go to Jazz, Texas?
And I missed that one. I don't even know where that is. But,
By the Pearl District.
Oh.
You know where the Pearl District is?
no,
See, I'm a traveler, so you got to.
right. I know that about
People
you.
come to me now and they're like, what's a cool spot to go to? I'm like, this guy sells the best H on this corner. No.
Well, it didn't snow or ice nearly as much as we could have gotten, as much as some places just north of here got, and that is a little disappointing because I like after a snow to be the first person in my neighborhood to drive out because I'm the first one to leave tracks. Kind of makes me feel like an explorer, like Magellan or something. Everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the Kroger. But no,
And
none of that.
There's a crash car. That's your
You
truck.
slide right into a parked car, yeah. I have another onesie incorporated idea, speaking of ice and snow on the roads, because it was bad in some places.
It
Especially up north, our friends to the north in DFW.
Oh, it was? I don't like, did it, because the social media, you never know if that's what's currently happening. So
Oh, yeah, and
did it snow anywhere?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
they got quite a bit of ice just north of us. And of course, now the thing to do is to put pictures of Arctic places and be like, oh, 105 and 35 or 45 is really, really bad right now. And it's, okay, guys, we got it. It's not really snowing. You see that all the time now. Pictures of the Arctic, and they're like, look at this HEB here in Conroe. It's funny, guys. But why don't we... Real funny. Real. Okay, all right. Why don't we put ice spreaders on the front of every car?
Probably the
that way
the hole couldn't probably handle it.
We all do our part. Just have a little spreader right there in the front of your car. Everybody just use 1 to 2 bags.
You break your car.
Spread the salt out. Problem solved. No ice on the roads.
F-250s only.
Whatever. There's enough.
Because can you imagine that baby on my Maverick? My Maverick would bend like a
No, we're
twig.
talking like a bag of Rock Morton salt, 40 pounds.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the actual snow pusher.
Oh, a plow. Well, you could do that too, I guess.
That's
I'm
what
just
I
talking
thought
about salt. No, just everybody salt the roads. Do your part.
That ruins the road, though. So we'll probably oversalt it.
Well, but
And
there'd
no
be
one
no
likes
ice.
anything oversalted.
Yeah, but there'd be no ice.
Oh, there wouldn't be?
No.
Yeah,
Science, bro. Science.
my favorite was the city down here iced or salted everything. And I don't know if you never park in the garage.
I have my own spot.
Whenever it rains or anything, there's a permanent smell of urine because I guess people just piss in the stairwell. So when I was working late, I went in there and it was raining. There's all this salt mixed in with water, and then it just smells like urine. I'm like, does someone really pee all over this?
Like salty piss.
Like, am I just stepping in this stuff because it stinks
so bad? Yeah.
And then I love what they're doing with that garage because people started tagging it like graffiti, and their solution is do like an off gray paint. It looks nothing like the actual
so
parking
you can
garage.
Tell
so it's just like
painted
squares
over something, right?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, good job, guys.
Not on our watch. Not on our watch.
Yeah.
We're going to cover this stuff up. Yeah, at least try to make an attempt at matching it. I guess
it looks really obvious, but I always enjoy
anytime I see that, I always think, I wonder what was under there. Well, maybe it was a nice middle finger. Maybe it was a penis.
Bundles.
So did you watch the Alex Honnold climb the Taipei 101 tower?
No.
It was on, I guess it was supposed to be last Friday on Netflix, but they moved it a day due to inclement weather.
Yeah.
Windy. It was too windy on Friday, so he did his climb up 1,600 feet, I believe, on Saturday.
Cool.
I cannot watch that stuff, man. It makes me so edge of my seat nervous. I just can't do it.
I know a lot of people were talking about it, and I was curious in production side of things is they have to have like a fail plan. Like if he does fall,
sure,
what do we do?
Well, Netflix probably wouldn't show it, but we're going to see it within seconds on social media.
Well, that's what I was curious.
Because everybody's going to have cell phones
Netflix,
out. And
so they could show it.
They could. I don't know that they would, though, right? They probably had an agreement with him and his family. Hey, look, if this does happen, out of respect to the splattered, please don't show it. But all the people there on the ground and watching.
Yeah, weren't they like in Thailand or something? Where was it?
Taiwan.
Yeah. So they're probably filming that stuff too.
Oh, yeah. There were people all over the place.
Maybe social media.
And in the building, too, which is really weird. He's climbing up. People are like, I would, if I was a young Taiwanese lady, I may have shown him a boob or two to see if I could have distracted him.
Of course you go to, and then he slips and falls. Thank you. That'd be great.
Hey, focus, Honnold. It is pretty crazy. I think if I were him, because if you did watch the whole thing and he didn't fall, because look, there's only two options. Either he's climbing or he's falling. It's one of the two. It's kind of boring. So if I were him, in order to spice things up, I would have gone about 5 to 6 feet up, right as it was starting.
And fell.
And just slipped and fall on purpose, because you know you're not going to hurt yourself, then turn around and kind of go, whoo, all right, take two.
Oh, that would
have been great. Yeah. But it did seem as though this guy really wasn't all that stressed at all with this
that's
climb.
what everyone was chatting on the comments.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's not a hard climb compared to what hard climb.
What he's done before.
But then again, peanuts. I don't really care.
Well,
because it still looks hard to me.
Oh my god! I as someone who is not too friendly with heights, and as I get older, I think it gets worse. No, I can't imagine doing this. That's why I can't even watch it. It is extremely impressive, but boring. And let's be honest, unless something does happen. But what I think is really weird is he's grabbing onto parts of the building. What if that section of the building just breaks or it snaps off. His grip is just fine.
I think that's the thing.
Oh,
That's kind of part of the magic.
it's incredible. And he had him mic'd up, so he was talking back and forth to the commentators. And what I think is interesting is he's listening to music as he's going up there most of the time. Do you know what music he was listening to?
Now, do you?
Wasn't Selena. I was hoping for that.
That's too bad.
No, he listens to Tool.
Yeah.
And I have heard...
Whatever helps.
Yeah, and I've heard people that listen to heavy metal, really upbeat music like that, claim that it does help them focus. But I don't know that. I think I'd be listening to something very, very soothing and not Tool. I don't know, man.
Yeah. The UFC fights were good.
Oh, one last thing. This is my idea. I wrote this down because I think this would make this whole thing interesting. Besides the slipping, that's one thing. I think they need to let him eat some psychedelic mushrooms right before. And he has to get to the top of the building before they kick in. And that's the whole thing. He's racing to the top before he starts to see all kinds of things, man. That would make it a lot more interesting. He's going, God, I got to get up there before I start freaking
Or if you want to
out.
go more extreme, is you put a helicopter on top, right?
Okay.
And then you basically tell them, like, hey, you got 2.5 hours. How long did it take them to get up there? It had to have been like the whole day.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So I'd be like, hey, you got 2 hours to get up there. After that 2-hour mark, we're going to start detonating the charges to demolish the building. So you got to get up there and get to the helicopter.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's another one. I like that.
Yeah, that's a lot better than your idea.
I don't know, because what if he gets about 1,200 feet up there and starts tripping? You watch this guy climb and tripping out.
No.
That's
See,
entertainment.
mine will have explosions.
Yeah.
Because not only do we get to
He's
see...
having explosions in his mind, though.
Not only do we get to see a feat of human strength and will, but we also get to see a building crumble. So that's kind of cool, right?
I guess. I do like seeing a building crumble. Have you ever seen a building being demolished?
Not in person, but I...
Yeah, I just missed one. I saw it on TV. It was a building in downtown Fort Worth years ago. And then, of course, I went to the site right after. But I really wanted to see it done live.
Kind of like someone getting kicked in the nards.
Yes, especially someone who's might be undergoing a bottom surgery.
Someone had a great joke. One of our listeners gave me the joke. They said maybe he was trying to save on the cost of changing his voice.
Is that a cost? Is that added?
I don't know, but I like that. It was a
Okay,
good.
yeah,
It was a good joke.
Get kicked in the midsection,
And you got a higher
that is a
octave
trope,
level.
isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Suddenly you talk like this.
I thought that was funny.
Dick, I cannot.
Thank you, Rocky, for letting me know that one.
I cannot stop thinking about Freddie dragging her butt through your bed.
Isn't that great?
It's just so, like, every now and
That bed
again,
has
you guys
seen-
locking eyes, laser, and then
Oh.
she just, oh yeah, sleep here tonight, buddy.
Oh, it's weird with especially with a border collie, and she's a mix between a Labrador and border collie. It's like you're kind of like you see that she knows, but then she eats like cat poop, and I'm like, how do you not know that? And then you know when you look at me and you know what you're doing, like, especially like after I give her a bath.
Mm-hmm.
And we go outside, the first thing she'll look at me and then jump in the pool.
Because she knows she's not supposed to be in the pool?
Well,
why would she look at you first? Like, check
because she's
this out?
like, hey, thanks for the bath. I'm just going to get more wet because I dried her and everything.
Oh, she had just had a bath.
Yeah, and like
Okay,
I
maybe I
dry
missed that
her,
if
and I'm
you
like,
said
oh,
that.
you're good. And then
My
into the
apologies.
pool. And I'm like, we're really about to go inside. And now I have to do all this thing to you. But she's my dog. That's
She's
for sure.
definitely your dog.
Like, we mess with each other.
Definitely your dog. Have you ever done one of those things, and probably not, because it doesn't get too icy down here very often, where you find a nice open parking lot in a rear-wheel drive car and just start cutting donuts and doing circles?
No, I never had this time.
I've never done that either. I've seen people do it. I'm always afraid that I'm going to slam into a light pole or catch an edge and flip that sucker over. But I've seen videos here of guys just going out into like an empty grocery store parking lot after an ice storm and just cutting circles, and it looks insane, man.
Cool.
Yeah, I just didn't know if maybe you'd ever done that with the Cybertruck or not.
No, why would...
Well, you don't want to run the risk of those truck nuts flying off the back. I know if you get the momentum and the inertia going just right, you could fling those things. You got to be careful. Got to be careful, and it's icy. They're cold.
I like my truck nuts.
I know you do,
They
buddy.
fit very
We
well.
all do.
They fit
We
really
all
well.
do. All right, buddy, let's go ahead and kick off this show. I've got a few funny stories here today. A couple of them, thank you, sir, for supplying yourself. I appreciate that, but There's some good ones.
You don't like the stories I gave you this morning?
One of them, I believe, is on here.
Oh, tight.
I think.
Which one?
You're going to have to find out.
Okay.
3 officials from the Norwegian men's ski jumping team have been suspended, Dick, ahead of the Winter Olympics for a very bizarre reason. Have you heard about this? Nordic ski team
No, I don't.
suspension.
I don't really pay attention to
We
the
are on the
Olympics.
eve of the Winter Olympics. You know, it's coming up next month, I believe. Well, the scandal started back in 2025 at the Nordic World Ski Championships when head coach Magnus Breivik. Why is it that everybody from Norway, it seems, is named Magnus?
I don't know.
We don't have a lot of Magnuses. You ever known a Magnus?
Isn't that the guy who's from Russia?
Magnus
Who's
for
the
Magnuson?
best chess player?
Who is that? Yeah,
thought it
there's
was
a
Mangus.
There's probably a Mangus in there
And
somewhere.
there's a rock climber named Mangus. I know that.
Well, the head coach Mangus and suit technician Adrian Levitlin were caught on video tampering with their athletes' suits.
Oh,
That's right.
tisk.
The team members were found to be inserting illegal, non-elastic stitching into the crotch of the suits of the 2 jumpers. So this is kind of funny. I guess, I didn't realize there were such restrictions on the uniforms. It makes sense, I suppose, because you could have differences in materials, and so as you're flying through the air like a chocolate Klondike commercial, some material will cut through the wind better than others, and I guess that's basically what they were trying to do, was tighten up or enlarge the crotch area so that you could get a little more aerodynamic.
Good for them.
It took an 11-month investigation into the incident.
That's
what
because
they said.
that's because they don't show up for work.
What do you mean?
Like the investigators, they're like,
Oh, yeah.
We'll,
It's going to take us 11 months to
we'll
get to that.
to it. We'll get to it. It's on our list. We got to inspect other crotches.
So, yeah, it's weird, though. I would think you would want to get it as tight as possible, because if you've got some flapping in the wind, my guess is that's going to slow you down as you're going down the mountain. But this sounds like they enlarged the crotch area.
Maybe it catches the wind.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to catch the wind, would you?
Yeah, it
unless
lifts you.
Unless it's behind you.
It lifts you.
Well, these are ski jumpers, or are
Yeah.
they downhill skiers?
I thought
What
it
did
was jumpers.
It just said ski. Oh, ski jumping. Yeah, so you wouldn't. Yeah, maybe it's like,
Like, I didn't even know
maybe
it-
it parachutes.
Yeah, why not?
That's interesting. It doesn't have a picture of the crotchal area, but I was really hoping for that.
No, it's classified.
Is it? It says there's been disqualifications in the past, as there are in any sport, but never this bizarre or brazen of an attempt to break the rules. The enhancement of the suits could only be confirmed as tearing apart the garments. Now, the incident has caused, I love this, national shame in Norway.
I believe so. I mean, all they got is the Winter Olympics.
I love it just to think about, I don't even tell anybody I'm Norwegian anymore, ever since the crotch incident.
Well, I think they're like the number 1 biathlete usually, and then they get the cross country skiing. They get that. I mean, they get a lot of. This is their time to shine, dog.
Not the crotch.
Not the ski jumpers. But all right, cool.
Yeah, they thought about imposing a low or even minimal sanction on him, but they said, no, disqualified. So that just, let that be a lesson to you, Dick, next time you're thinking about
The investigation,
messing with your crotch.
investigation must have brought up something. Someone yelled at somebody and goes, "I don't like that guy. That Mangus guy's a jerk."
Yep, it says garments, the crotch larger, smoother, and more aerodynamic, which would allow the jumpers to fly further than the competition. Well, not anymore. Now you just got to take your little crotch suit and jump with all the rest of us. Just the way it goes.
Sure.
Dick, did you see, and of course an ad popped up right as I'm trying to access this article, that someone has built an exact replica of Epstein Island in the video game Roblox?
I don't doubt it.
There are some pictures. I know you always say, bring a video, some pictures.
Awesome.
There are pictures of this this person's creation. The island is actually called, what is the name of his island? Little St. James. But what's really gotten everyone's attention is how detailed this island actually is. And it's how detailed did someone actually, I mean, you would have to have seen a lot of videos and or still pictures of behind the scenes of what this video looks like.
When Saddam got hit, They had his house as a map in Counter-Strike within like, I don't know, a week. So I thought,
Really?
yeah, his palace or whatever. Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
Someone
it's
actually did
crazy. I think this is probably only going to start a rash of these types of things, and you're going to have like the O.J. Brentwood mansion. You know, I think in this particular game, he said you've got to escape Mr. Jeffrey and the Donald as they try to attempt to kill you. So he's obviously a reference to our dear president and his relationship with the
it's ongoing,
former
dude.
financier. But I think we could have like an OJ. Maybe we could even like have the La Bianca mansion from the Manson family murders. I think this is just starting something, man. What you said they
Trail
had
of
this
Tears. Let's get real. Let's go to the massacres. What was that one in China? That terrible one?
I mean, I think there's been several.
Oh, the Japanese did. We could do that one too.
Yeah. It does say that the island, the actual Epstein Island, was purchased back in 2023 for $60 million. And this man, Stephen Deckoff, he's planning to build a resort on the old Epstein Island. I got to ask you, bud. You want to go visit that resort, or is that off limits?
Not particularly.
Yeah, see, I don't think I could do it either, because I'm sure they're going to tear down the buildings and such, or maybe they leave some of them, because that might be part of the allure.
Think of the campfire stories.
Right?
You got a ghost story for me?
I just don't think I'd ever feel comfortable there, and you know it's not like it's going to be cheap.
Jeffrey, it's here.
Right?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't realize that someone had bought it. I mean, I guess it makes sense. And when you see how large and pretty and tropical the island is, $23 million does seem like kind of a steal. I have a feeling the association with Jeffrey has kind of lowered the real estate value on
They
it.
probably didn't put his name on it.
Oh, I think everybody knows, man. I mean, you got kids building the island, a replica of it in Roblox, right?
Well,
Everybody knows.
I mean on the paperwork. It's not like somebody goes, "Hey, I want to buy an island." Like, "Oh, here's the 15," and they probably just have numbers, or they probably have holding listings, and it doesn't say
You don't think they're gonna
Jeffrey.
say, oh, I think they're going to say
I don't.
it.
Well,
They may not say it like in the marketing
that's
material,
what I'm saying.
but
So
when
I
the
was
real
like, "Oh, I'll
estate
buy it.
agent
That's
gets
in my
there,
budget."
they say, by the way,
Why is this such a deal?
are you familiar? There's this weird story. I don't know. Yeah, they got to tell them. It's like, so when famous people go to sell their house or their cars, they always make sure this Lamborghini used to belong to Michael Jordan. And it's like, and it makes the value even higher than what it would be. Same kind of thing, man.
I would.
But an exact replica. You ever played Roblox? We've mentioned it quite a few times here on this. It's
I've seen
very popular
my
game.
nieces and nephews play it, but then it's a game in a game in a game.
Yeah. You can build your own games inside of a game, I think. And that's what this guy has done. Escape from Jeffrey and the Donald.
That's fun.
Dick, have you ever been to the beach?
See, that's one thing I love about this.
Yeah.
Roblox is a
Speaking
great
of
example because there's a lot of controversy with Roblox between minors and adults interacting with each other freely.
Yes.
And what's funny to me is the idea of Roblox really does encourage kids to learn how to code because you can make these games, and it's basic, but it's still encouraging. And then I'm like, well, if you give this to kids, what kind of games do you think they're gonna make? This is what they make. So I mean, that's really what you get.
But like...
Because I remember like in Counter-Strike, because people would make custom maps in Counter-Strike, and I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike. And I remember when, what was that, Columbine happened?
Mm-hmm.
Someone made a map of the school, and that was a huge controversy.
Sure.
Because it wasn't like the makers of the game made the map. It's like you could have your own server and you can host your own things and you can change some of the weapons and things like that. But I remember when that happened, that was a big,
very controversial,
very big no-no. And then someone made their own school, and then that kid got in trouble. They found out who it was who designed it, and he was just some nerd.
Not his own school, but the school that he attends.
Yes,
is what you're saying. Yeah.
And
well, like the makers of Microsoft 3035. Are going to be some of these Roblox developers. They'll be in that job interview. And so, what are your qualifications? I created the Epstein Island Roblox. You're hired. When can you start?
Yeah,
I'm hiring that kid.
What was the game like? Oh, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump
chasing you,
trying to murder you. Duh.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that. I think the first mod I ever played was for Doom. I think it was either 2.
Oh, that's so funny.
But it was the Bill Clinton mod. And it was Hillary and Bill chasing you in Doom, going, taxes due. And then And Hillary's face is like, "Wah, wah," like chasing you like a demon. It was great.
Oh, I love it. It's like video game fan fiction. It's really basically what it is. Dick, have you ever been to the beach and looked down at your feet after you've been walking in the sand and you'll have like little black smudges on there? Tar on your feet?
I mean, I just wash my feet. I don't.
You've never encountered tar at the beach? It's really
I used
nasty.
to go running on the beach barefoot, and then
It's like a scene out of Top Gun, the volleyballs.
well, more of like
do it
Chariots of Fire.
Did you do it shirtless?
Do it
Please
Chariots
tell
of
me you
Fire.
did it shirtless.
No,
Okay.
because I don't.
I
get
just
to-
said, please
I'm not
tell
allowed
me.
out of the sun, but
That's right,
I had
on
some-
the account of the moles and
I
stuff.
had some energy to get out.
Well, tar is nasty. I've encountered it several times in my life. And of course, it's just from bubbling oil that comes up from the ground in the Gulf of Mexico and or oil exploration. It washes ashore and it's really nasty, right? If
Yeah.
you've ever dealt with it. Well, this happened last year in Sydney, and they thought that it was tar that was washing up on the beach. As it turns out, it was not tar balls. They were PooBalls from a fatberg. Are you familiar with what a fatberg is?
No, I want to know what it is. though.
Well, it all started, like I said, last year. Well, it says 2024. I guess that's now technically 2 years ago. Because in the beaches of Sydney, these things were washing up, these little dark balls. But a quick sniff made it really apparent that these were not tar balls at all. After the authorities took samples and they did analysis, they found the balls contained all kinds of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Cooking oil, soap scum, hair, human fecal matter, veterinary drugs, blood pressure medication, PFAS, I don't know, it's like forever chemicals, and psychoactive substances, THC, and methamphetamine. But these were breaking off from larger fat deposits in the wastewater management system. And this is actually a really big problem in larger cities. Even over here in the United States, these fatbergs will build up in the sewers
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at
of large
I'm
cities.
looking at the biggest one right here.
And it is disgusting. Yeah. Kind of looks like an orange version of Jabba the Hutt in that picture.
So people are stepping on this?
Well, yeah. So,
No, I'm just kidding.
well, not on that one, but little balls of it were breaking off and washing up to the beach,
Oh,
and people
look.
were stepping in them.
Oh, look.
Disgusting.
There's a little piece of me when I visited London. Right there.
Gross. The smell is absolutely disgusting, they said, worse than anything you can imagine. They said the largest one was one of the larger one was in London.
That's the one I just showed.
Oh, it was 820 feet long and weighed 130 tons. This is a big problem, Dick. People dumping their bacon grease down the drain, and all their fecal matter and everything else mixes with it. Wet diapers, sanitary products, grease, paint, all kinds of things.
I wonder if I have my own in the septic.
You probably do have your own personal Schisler Fatberg, I'm sure.
And I call myself an artist.
The one in
Would that be a good gift?
a piece of your Fatberg.
You think that's
It's not like the Berlin Wall
for Christmas? Give everyone a piece.
where you chop it off and give little
Like,
bits
look
of
at
it to
that.
everybody.
I would look at everybody and be like, that's a piece of history you got
It's
there.
a piece of me, man.
Piece of history.
Gross. God, you're nasty.
What? I put it in like a concealed box. It didn't stink.
Well, this one in Australia, they said it was the size of a Boeing 737. That to me seems like the larger than the one in London. And when it rained harder than usual, chunks of it were dislodged and spat out to the sea, where they clumped together and washed ashore for people to step on, or in Dick's case, wrap up and give as gifts.
I mean, there's always a collector for weird stuff out there. We've discovered that on the
so,
show.
yeah.
So I'm just trying to be ahead of the curve.
God, these fatbergs, nasty, nasty, nasty. Dick, you sent me this picture or this article, and I believe this is really interesting. An elderly lottery winner built a multi-million-pound drug empire. I guess that'd be multi-million-dollar because this took place overseas. After receiving a windfall of $2.4 million. That's right, this guy wins the lottery, $2.4 million. And instead of going out on nice vacations, maybe going out on cruises, building a nice mansion, retiring, no, this 80-year-old decides to become the kingpin of a drug empire.
Yeah.
This is insane. So
I know, man. When I found this article, I was like, that is probably one of the most interesting things, because everyone always asks you, like, if you win the lottery, what are you going to do? And clearly,
no one ever says become a drug lord.
Well, but clearly this guy was already in the game.
That's okay. That's
And
what I
then
was going to
he's
say.
just like, man, we just need one of those bank loans, but we can't get a bank loan because we're making, faulty pills or like drug pills. And then he wins the lottery. He's like, man, I got $2.4 million.
I think you're exactly. He was a small timer before this. I have a
Yeah.
feeling. Wins a couple million. He goes, guess what we're doing, baby? We're expanding our business. We're ramping it up. Yeah, he won the lottery in 2010 and began flooding the market with counterfeit diazepam tablets between 2020 and 2022.
Yeah, way to go, dude.
Yeah, not something you think of an 80-year-old doing, but I guess that's the thing. He's hiding in plain sight. No one's ever going to think the sweet old man on a small little 3-bedroom, 2-bath house out in the middle of nowhere is actually a kingpin.
Well, it was a family affair.
Yeah, do you have his kids involved too?
Yeah, his son was involved. And then I think it was like the neighbors or something like that, which is really funny because they had guns.
Hold on, the neighbors were involved, or the neighbors turned him in?
I think it was already an established organization between the son, the lottery winner, and like the friends and the neighborhood people.
Gotcha.
But I think it's great. I think if that's what you're gonna do with your
Yeah, I mean, if
lottery,
that makes you happy with your winnings.
I just thought it was a unique story to
It
like,
is.
what would you do with your lottery winnings? Oh, I become a drug kingpin, of course.
Yeah, normally not what you typically do in retirement, I don't think. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. It sounds like he was just doing pills. I don't know how. It didn't specify any other illicit
Yeah, I think
drugs.
it was just pills.
Pills. I guess that's easier to move. I don't know. I'm not in the game. But yeah, not. Oh yeah, you're right. He was arrested for having a whole bunch of machine guns.
Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy?
Which is a childish term, by the way, machine gun.
No, it's not.
No, just sounds like
I think it's a classification.
machine gun.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Uzi or bazooka. It just
I
sounds
think
like something I said when I was in 3rd grade.
I think the Uzi is the class. Like that's the name of the weapon.
Uzi, because it's like a German made.
I think
Uzi.
it's
French?
Israeli.
That too. If I just start naming countries, eventually I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to discuss riding your horse
I can't believe
into a super.
I can't believe you didn't do the other one I sent you.
market.
You didn't like the other one?
We can do it at the end of the show, I
No,
believe.
what's wrong with it?
Well, I don't know. Is it an after 55 minute? We've got half a show left, bud.
Yeah, I want to make sure I remind myself what it was because it was Yeah, the guy was doing the naked guy
with the vacuum.
Another Florida man. And I don't know if you read the article.
I did, yeah.
It was interesting because everyone's been reporting this dude being naked around the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And
Again, careful.
over time, and then finally they got him because he was with a vacuum cleaner.
Yes, he was caught with his genitals exposed, performing an act with a
Vacuum
vacuum.
cleaner, and I was sitting there going like, man, it's kind of funny. That's the only way you get in trouble in Florida.
Well,
is
what
you
I
can
thought
just
was
walk
interesting
around
about
naked.
it is they called it a quote sexual performance. Now, hey,
Well, he's an actor.
hey,
probably,
I'm
or-
gonna say, what kind of performance are we talking about here? This guy sounds rather talented.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those funny neighbor.
There just wasn't much
stories,
to it,
but
and
then
I
it
didn't know
went to
how you wanted.
extreme.
I didn't know how
There
you
wasn't,
wanted.
but what fascinated me about it was the fact that you got this guy in this neighborhood walk around naked all the time, and everyone's complaining about it. And
He's like, well, I got to amp it up and perform
Yeah,
here for
and
everybody with this Hoover I got in the corner. I mean, I've got all these attachments. Whatever could I do with them?
yeah, I mean, he got arrested. So there
Well,
you go.
good for him. The streets of Florida are a much safer place without this guy. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Stick around.
And we're back with the most riveting conversation on Friday mornings, 10 a.m. with Audience of One. Welcome back, onesies. We're hanging out in the studios at Lone Star Community Radio, your community radio stations for Montgomery County. Don't forget, we're a nonprofit here, so we always love donations. Just visit the show page at irlonestar.com/AOO. And then don't ever forget, if you find a really funny article that I find funny, not what Andrew finds funny, email us at audienceofoneshow@gmail.com because I love to laugh. And did you like the video I also sent?
You are an acquired taste, sir. Video.
So you know of the lady.
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't remember,
the British
was
lady.
it the last episode we talked about that?
A couple of episodes it was last episode where a young man goes into surgery, and when he comes out of surgery, he speaks fluent Spanish. However, he doesn't know Spanish normally
Yes.
for about 20 minutes.
So I found the better version of that story.
a different version for sure. I don't know if it's better, but
I kind of want to send it. I'll see if I can pull it up. And so when I found this story, it seems like it was older, so it didn't feel like AI. But
no, it seemed like the quality of the video made it seem as though it was 15, 20 years ago, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
And this is a story. I don't know if you want me to set it up or not.
I'm
at
gonna.
all.
I'm gonna. Hold on,
The audio through your phone might be kind of
no, I'm not.
crepe.
No, I'm gonna send it to myself on the.
Oh,
computer.
got you. I could set it up though if you want.
Yeah, set it up for us.
So the idea here is there is a woman who had experienced some sort of trauma, and I guess to the head. She was suffering migraines to the point where she almost had a stroke.
Yes.
Which I didn't realize you could get a headache so strong that you stroke out.
I mean,
but when she comes to, it's her normal British accent.
I like that term, by the way.
Come to?
Stroke out.
Stroke out, yeah.
I like that.
So her normal British accent had disappeared, and she spoke with a rather interesting dialect. I don't want to spoil it if you've already found the audio here and bring it up, because I think it might be better for her to say it rather than hearing it from me.
At first, when I heard it, I was like, that.
I do think she might be trolling all of us, though.
I mean, you think so?
I just can't believe this to be true. I don't know what she's trying to get out of this.
Oh, here it is.
But, yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right.
Like you could work at a Chinese restaurant. I said, yeah, you could work in the local China house or something.
Sarah was an IT specialist until a severe migraine, bordering on a stroke, brought the syndrome on.
Cash.
Crasher.
Crash.
Crasher.
Crashed.
Crasher.
Okay, let's try reading.
You wish to know all about my grandfather. It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, she actually said, are you aware of the way you're speaking? And I said, oh, I sound like I have a slur. And she said, no, you sound like you could work at a Chinese restaurant. I said, yeah, you look
This
good
is so
working in
bad,
the
man.
local
It's
China
real.
house or something.
I don't know.
Sarah
I think
was
this...
an IT specialist.
It's starting over. I think
until
this
a
lady is
severe
trolling
migraine,
all
bordering
of
on a
us.
stroke.
There's no way.
I don't know,
She's-
dude.
She just
That
suddenly
was
has
so
a
funny to
Chinese
me.
accent, and I love how he's trying to coach her into speaking, proper, and she comes back with a very strong accent.
It's very similar to the story from last week. I felt like I was contributing to the onesies. So, like I said at the beginning of this segment, if you find funny things like that, that's my cup of tea right there.
So you buy this lady? You buy into what she's selling?
yeah.
Huh? You think she's
I mean,
legit?
she
huh?
looks.
all from a migraine.
Well, I mean, I imagine she's a little embarrassed because.
Oh yeah, she looks like it. I'm going out on national public television.
And she's like, I can't help it, and that's one of those.
And if you don't, if
This
you
is
didn't
one of
watch-
those funny borderline. What's that called? Oh, when people have tics. What do they call it?
Tourette?
Tourette's. Because there's only like a few percentage of people who actually have Tourette's. Then there's a percentage of those people who have
the audible kind, yes.
who have like the vulgar kind.
Yeah, the vocal and vulgar, correct.
Yeah.
And when they do, they get TV specials named after him,
Oh.
like Balin.
Bailing out that show is.
Now, if you were only
magical.
listening and not watching, this woman obviously is not
I think
Asian. She looks very white, very
I showed the
normal
folks.
British-looking woman with glasses and brown hair. It's funny.
And what's funny to me is she hears the slur.
She hears a slur.
Like she's slurring.
Oh,
That's what she said. She's like,
well, because she claims she wasn't aware of it.
Yes,
She's
I'm
like, "What do you
saying.
mean? Like, it's just slurring? What do you mean I'm sounding funny?"
Yeah, well, she thought she was slurring. She didn't know it was like specifically a
Slur.
Chinese accent. And
So, is that you think that's a good accent, a good Chinese accent? Or?
I mean, that's what
It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, because like certain words, yes, hard,
If
and
I
then certain words are like
if I
maybe.
close my eyes, I might think that is an Asian.
So can
woman.
you imagine that being your friend, and you're inviting them over for like
Yeah, and you gotta
a little
you gotta stick with
barbecue,
her, right?
And you're kind of like, just to let you know, Sarah.
No, I wouldn't say a word.
I wouldn't say. Yeah,
No, you just watch everybody's reaction. And she's like, "Hello," and they're like, over, like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, they would. I mean, especially if you've got some Asian friends, you bring them over, they're gonna think that she's
Oh.
making fun of her. And dude, what are you doing? Who is this lady? Get her out of here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't get her out of here. I bet they get a kick out of it.
More.
If they're my friends, they're definitely gonna get a kick out of it.
Play Pictionary, something really funny. Make her talk a lot. I don't
Read
know.
this William Shakespeare sonnet, please. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm
my
trying
God.
to. Those are the kind of
Oh,
articles.
thank you, Dick. Like I said last week, you were on fire. You're continuing your hot streak here, man. This is good stuff.
And that's real.
Yeah. Dick, do you remember like maybe 20 years ago? I guess it's kind of when the tech boom was starting up.
When I did my first Fatberg,
Yes, when you chipped off your first piece of the Fatberg. No, it was you started to see an entire new brand of CEOs.
okay,
You know, the young guys, the guys that would walk around in the office with flip-flops or barefoot, you know, wearing like board shorts and stuff. Because the traditional CEO was always the button-up suit and tie kind of guy. I think we have finally gotten past that. I don't know that flip-flop CEO is still kind of a thing.
are you serious?
Yeah, I think we're kind of past that, aren't we? Or are they? Am I just missing this?
Yeah.
Because there for a while, it seemed like every new business startup, it was like the TED Talk version, you know, of CEOs, and they were all the same. And I guess a lot of these guys were probably really dorky, nerdy, smarty guys. But then when they got untold sums of monies,
Have you seen Palmer Luckey?
Palmer Luckey, please show me.
You have not seen Palmer Luckey?
I mean, I may have. Is this recent though? Because again,
oh yeah, he's currently man, what is that company called? Endural. That's right, and they make weapons and stuff.
oh, nice.
He's the inventor of the Oculus. He did the VR.
Okay.
So he's a smart guy clearly, and
Is he totally like, bro, what up in the
he's
office
a
though?
huge nerd.
Well, yeah.
And
Nerd's
here
okay.
he is
Exactly as I
next
described.
to a weapons
He's
drone.
literally in shorts and flip flops next to, yes, a weaponized drone.
Well, he has a good story because he was talking about like he always wears Hawaiian shirts and something. If I remember correctly, his father somehow in the way he lived was like he always got hand me downs,
Right.
and his dad always wore Hawaiian shirts, so he always got his dad's Hawaiian shirts.
Okay.
And then now, like his dad buys him a Hawaiian shirt every year.
Well, then
and
I
so
stand corrected.
he's
Apparently,
like, it's a sentimental thing for him, and I was like, yeah, dude, go for it.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying I thought it was kind of a thing of the past because you were seeing a lot of different variations
you
of this.
also have to look at the haircut.
Oh yeah,
It's a choice.
it's bold
And,
to say the least. It does look like it's a little feathered.
And what I love about this guy, when I
Mm-hmm.
show people and I show the company what they're making all cool stuff.
Yeah, weapons of mass destruction.
Well, just
really cool.
like, visors that can share camera angles with all the troops. So you basically, the AI shows you where the enemy is behind the tanker. So, because like if one person sees him walking, another person sees him from another angle, the AI can kind of figure out where he is behind like a metal object.
Oh yeah,
And so it's pretty cool stuff. I mean, that's kind of like video game.
that is kind of.
But then you're like, hey, that's the guy.
except we're looking to kill people.
Yeah, well,
Great.
that's the guy making them.
It's awesome.
So I like that.
That's an interesting juxtaposition. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Again, maybe they're still out
Plus,
there.
he's a tight name.
Well, there was the WeWork guy that that business went
Is it still around?
tease up. I think it might still technically be
I don't even know.
around.
Well, you know
but
what's funny is
he was kind of the leader of that.
there's a bunch of companies.
I think he was from Israel, and he was really off the wall, eccentric kind of guy.
Yeah, they're still around.
And it was very cult like, if I can remember. Yeah, the business itself is still around, but I don't think it's really worth much anything anymore.
As Adam Newman?
Yeah, Adam Newman, that's his name. And it's strange because I never quite fully understood why the WeWork thing took off. Because to me, it just seemed like, hey, look, there's going to be a building where you go and work. Okay, how is that so different from any other place of employment?
I mean, I like the creator of Minecraft. That guy's pretty. I think it's Knock.
Knock?
I think that's his online.
Who's
or
there?
Knox or something.
I don't
like
know.
That guy's. You should see what that guy's doing. He's all over the place.
Okay. All right, well, then I'm wrong. Long live the barefoot CEO then. Dick, is it just me, or are we seeing less lightning bugs than we used to see when we were kids? It seemed like, now not necessarily this time of year, but in the summer, right around dusk, maybe in the spring, you would see all the little bugs. And you know what I mean when I say lightning bugs, right? They would start to boop, emit a little glow for a few seconds, and they go away, and then they glow again. And of course, every kid would grab one and smear it on his pants so that the little light emitting juice that he had in his butt would now be on your jeans, and you have it all over yourself. You did this? You ever played with lightning bugs, chased lightning bugs,
Yeah.
capture them?
I'm part of the reason they're going extinct.
Okay,
I'm
so that's
kidding.
kind of where I'm
I'm
going.
just kidding.
When's the last time you saw a lightning bug?
Well, I haven't been to Louisiana for a while, so
But I mean, I didn't grow up in Louisiana. I used to see them all the time growing up here.
Yeah,
well,
but
not
they're all
here,
over
but-
Louisiana now.
Are they? Have they just migrated away from this area?
Well, I think they had an issue with our border.
Right.
A lot of people have issues with our borders.
But it did make me wonder if all the kids out there smearing them on their face and their jeans has kind of led to their demise. 'Cause I just don't see them anymore. I can't tell you. Actually, I do know the last time I saw them.
And think about that other CEO.
One other scene.
That one that did the blood work. She made up that voice.
Blood work. Oh, you're talking about the woman?
Yeah, that was great.
But she got all dressed up. What was her name?
But she had that voice. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, I think she was putting that voice on.
That's
so
what I'm
that she-
saying.
she
That's
would've-
a weird thing to do.
That is weird. Oh, I didn't say that there weren't weird CEOs out there. Just the sort of the bro CEO. What up? I'm so cool and hip. I wear board shorts.
Yeah.
What is her name? I can't think of it now. Thanos. No, not Thanos.
I think if I was CEO, I would try to be the most offensive, subtle, offensive person.
No way. No, not you.
Like I would wear like the Indian dresses everywhere I go, or like wear what Eskimos wear.
This is a perfect segue to the next story.
And
I'm so glad. Continue.
Yeah, that's what I would wear. I'd wear just stupid stuff. Like I wear the
That's
Mexican.
not stupid, sir.
Well, I
It's
mean,
just-
like on me, it would
yes.
look stupid.
Mhm.
And like I wear the Mexican boots that have the long,
Oh, I love those. The long toe that
toes.
curl
Like
up.
I'd be like, look where I've
I don't know
been.
what those are called, but I love them.
Yeah, I would do that, and I'd braid my hair.
So speaking of that, Dick, what do you think of when I say the word Chicano or Chicana?
I don't know.
You don't think of anything? To me, I think of a Mexican subculture. It's the bandana around their head, maybe the brown shirt with the shorts and the high socks.
Okay.
Really prevalent in like Los Angeles. You know what I'm talking about now then?
Yes.
Okay. Were you aware that the Chicano subculture is very large in Japan? This is an actual thing that the Japanese...
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and there was a movie that came out, I think, last year, entitled Chicano, and it explores the subculture that's kind of exploded over the last 20 or 30 years.
culture there too.
They do.
Yeah, they have all sorts of stuff.
They do. So it's interesting that the Japanese people have adopted certain aspects of Western culture, and cowboys are one of them. But I was not aware that the Chicano culture had caught on, so much so that they have
Lowriders. Yeah, dude.
and
You ever been over there?
to Japan. No, I haven't. And it's been going on. I've got some videos if you want to show it in the
All
link.
right, before though.
Oh man, are we going backwards now? We got
No, I looked up the weirdest CEOs.
Oh god.
And what's great is
Never mind.
like half of them are pretty normal, but then they go into like the personal lives, and then it gets really weird. My favorite one that I found so far was the guy who's the CEO from 2010 to 2021 of Whole Foods. His name was John Mackley. And what made him weird was, I think for years, here actually they have 7 years, he used to go anonymously on the Yahoo Finance message boards praising himself in Whole Foods and attacking competitors.
Love it. I love
That's
it.
pretty funny.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of Kevin Durant. I think he was kind of accused of doing that as well, where he would have several burner accounts and he would go in and talk about himself, his NBA skills, and troll on people that didn't like him, and it turned out it was likely him. Sounds like the same thing.
I like it.
Well, anyways, I don't even know where I was going with the Chicano culture. Oh, yeah. So I've got some videos in there, and it's really interesting to see Japanese people dressed like you would see somebody in East LA. And there's some people that are credited with bringing this culture to Japan some 30 years ago. Some business owners that will travel over to LA and get shirts and hats and all kinds of things and bring them over to Japan, where they're really, really popular. And of course, over there, they've really only taken certain elements of it. There's not a lot of the maybe the gang or the violence that might be associated as well. From what I've seen, it's mostly sort of the positive aspects of it. Some of the art, the counterculture aspects. But I just had no idea. Now, I think there probably is some folks that will say this is cultural appropriation. I don't know. It's two pasty white boys. We can't probably say anything on that. But I thought it was fascinating. I'm thinking about checking out this documentary, Chicano, because, yeah, there's a lot in here. Sorry, they're not CEOs. Now, if that was a CEO, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean...
So you were aware of this, though?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's kind of a newer thing. Like I said, it's been around, kind of started in the 90s, and it really exploded over the last several years. You just don't think of that in Japan, you know?
Well, I don't know, like that. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll move on.
I mean, my only guess is since World War II, they missed at least 2 generations of developing into their own thing. So they're kind of discovering now.
Right. So they're still like chasing the 90s bulls.
Well, they're just, they're trying to find their own culture.
What do you think of the lowrider?
I imagine it's expensive to keep up with.
It is. And some of these competitions will have the cars jumping so high that they end up destroying themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine it's expensive to keep up with.
Yeah. No, I just think the lowriders are they're kind of a cool look, man. I don't see them as often as I did probably, again, 30 years ago myself, but they're pretty cool, pretty slick.
I'm down.
The owner of a Florida supermarket wants to find the suspect that allegedly caught on camera from suffering any... Oh, my God, I just... Never mind.
I got it right here.
I missed the opening on there. So apparently there was a man who was caught on camera stuffing steak and brisket down his pants
that's worth it.
in a Florida supermarket. Yeah, you heard me right. Brisket. Now, I can understand a nice T-bone, but Dick, have you seen the size of a full-blown brisket?
Oh, yeah. I've done it before. I put it in my pants.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, and that's what they're saying, and that we're watching the video now. Is this guy just stuffs an entire brisket down his pants. Also what they're calling cowboy steaks. Are you familiar with what a cowboy steak is?
Look at that.
And he also allegedly stole wine. Now, to get away with such a heist, this guy had to cinch his pants at the bottom to prevent his meat from falling out. This is pretty brazen. I do have to commend the guy, though, because he is just doing it in bold, broad daylight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just decided, you know what? Hey, look, the price of meat is going up. It's getting more and more expensive.
Dude, people, when I worked at Kroger, people were stealing stuff all the time.
Yeah, they go a little Jameis Winston and crab legs down the front. You know that story, right? Famous Jameis.
Or they just walk out with a cart full of food.
I've seen that too. They don't even, they'll just load it up and just casually walk out with everything. It says, we were shocked. He says he gave back the steak. What do you do with it at that point, Dick? Do you put it back on the shelf?
Discount.
Yeah. It's marked down for quick sale at that point. He says, okay, we gave back the steak and they thought that was it. And then they found the brisket.
Oh, jeez.
It said after he did that, he went across the street to the Publix. I guess he wasn't done. I mean, I think you got to start walking around with quite a limp and dragging one leg behind if you get enough meat in there.
I like it.
But I think we're going to see a lot more of this as meat prices continue to rise. No, when I started that story, I thought it was this one. That's why when I started to read the headline, I went, wait a minute, I'm getting my stories mixed up because Martin County, again in Florida, deputies arrested a West Palm Beach man on January 15th after he stole merchandise, locking himself in a bathroom stall with a makeshift single-shot device and then attempted to light a shell on fire with a lighter.
Smart.
Do you think that would work, by the way?
Yeah.
I don't think it would.
I mean, somehow if that gunpowder gets exposed, but it has to be compressed, I imagine.
That's what I'm thinking. It's got to get compressed somehow, and I don't know that it's going to have much of the same effect.
Why don't you
as
try
he
it?
thinks
We'll try it this weekend.
Right, yeah, that's something we need to do. Yeah, it's interesting. It says, during the encounter, he locked himself in the bathroom stall, placed a makeshift device containing a shotgun shell inside of a piece of brass tubing in his mouth while attempting to ignite it with a lighter.
Probably trying to kill himself.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't think this is going to work. Like I said, I don't think it's just the heat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unalive.
Oh, right. Yes.
Sorry.
Unalive himself.
Sorry.
What was that reaction? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Punish me. Don't punish me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it has to have the barrel of the gun, something to get it to compress and fire. Because I don't know. I mean, you might be in some cases be able to get something going on.
Yeah.
But this dude, You ever done anything stupid like that as a kid with fireworks? Something kind of went a little haywire.
No.
Lighted
I was
something.
always safe.
Were you? Were you not one of the kids that did like the Roman candles in your hand?
Yeah, I did that.
Just after you said I was safe.
That's safe.
I
I wore gloves.
Did you fire them at other people?
Yeah. At their feet.
Boy, this, yeah, of course. No, below the waist.
Those grow back.
It says the video shows the deputies as handcuffing him before he attempted to spit on the deputies. Do not spit on us, they said. Do you understand us? And that's when they secured the device containing the shotgun slug. Not a recommended behavior in a bathroom or elsewhere, Dick.
There you go.
Sticking to a supermarket that is, a Texas man faces backlash after riding a horse through a Target store. This is interesting, Dick. You can see the pictures there. This man just rides right on in to Target. He's got a nice cowgirl with him there on the back, it appears. But he just walked right in. Now, what do you think happens when a horse is out walking around?
It
Dick?
poops, dude.
It poops. And do you think that happened here in the Target store?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it did. It defecated on the floor, and I'm wondering whose responsibility it is to clean that up. Because when you take a job at Target, bag boy, cashier, or otherwise, cleaning up horse crap is probably not on something you think you're going to do. And of course,
That's the job they would give me.
And you would happily do it, huh? Why do you think they give it to you?
Because I'm a doer.
So is that horse.
I'm a yes man. But
Never seen anything quite like this, and I have to admit, I'm glad this took place in Florida, right? Or was this one? It was in Texas. No, this one was in Texas. Dadgummit, because this just doesn't help out our reputation for
I
being.
think it does. It has
You think?
cowboy hat, and of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys just ride cows.
Oh, there it goes.
Horses to work. There's crap.
There it goes.
Now, it would be kind of efficient if the horse did crap near the household cleaning products, but it looks like he's in the bedding section, which is not any good.
Yeah.
I just don't think this helps out our
I think it's fine.
our Texas.
I mean, it's not a smart idea. You could probably get arrested for it for some reason.
Yeah, I don't. And of course, I think if that happens and you're a patron of the store, you realize, all right, look, this is something that probably is abnormal.
Hopefully, it's a TikTok trend, so everyone's taking their horses and we'll get more poop videos.
I think this is interesting, though. The article does go on to say that it shows Harmon riding a, quote, full-sized horse through the store. Like, well, I didn't need that little bit of information.
Well, miniature horses
but
are
it
fun
could
to ride.
Oh, yeah, I bet they are. But do you think it would have been a little bit easier to clean up the miniature horse?
Yeah, it's smaller poop. Duh. You ever ridden on one?
A miniature horse? I don't believe I have.
I've ridden on one.
Have you?
Yeah. I have bareback, too.
It says, despite employees trying to stop the situation, Harmon continued riding through the store before eventually exiting. One worker could be heard saying that the horse did not belong inside the store. No kidding. What gave you the first clue?
I didn't see a sign.
Yeah, well, this is true. Normally they say it's a gun-free zone. You don't normally see horse-free. Dick, we had stories a while back about mushrooms in, it was probably Japan, or maybe even China, that were making people hallucinate.
Yeah.
Well, this is a news story along the exact same lines, but a popular wild mushroom sold in markets and restaurants in Yunnan, China, causes hallucinations of, quote, little people, unquote,
Nice.
when undercooked. Hospitals show that 96% of the patients affected by this mushroom report seeing the abundance of little people or elves, often dancing, jumping, or marching around their real-world environment. Now, this is what's really interesting about this, Dick. What's unique about this is not that it gets people high, not that they see little people. It's that everyone reports the exact same hallucination. And you're pretty familiar with these psychedelics. Every trip is different. So this is kind of interesting though, that this restaurant is, and again, I think maybe you're taking a chance when you order this.
Well, what's scary about this stuff is it's the chemical that causes it is unidentified.
Oh, they know.
Well, I mean, that I would never do that because I at least like to know what I'm talking about when I tell people I'm seeing elves because I'm taking the stuff that causes this thing in my brain to see some elves.
It's a psychoactive fungus known as Jianshuquin, but was identified in 2014 and given the scientific name Lanmoa acetiaca.
Again, with these articles that you just practice your language.
Lanmoa asiatica.
Okay, cool.
Asiatica. Well, you were the one who bravely said the names of the Indian guys that were getting trampled by elephants last week, and I didn't want to go anywhere near those.
Well,
Like, oh, this is pretty easy. And you butchered them.
I didn't butcher them.
It's close enough. Would you like to take your chances at this restaurant in China to see little people? The elves, that is.
No, not in another country. I would not like to be on any type of drug.
No, but here in the studio.
Yeah, I like being in a safe space.
There were also some reports from Papua New Guinea and the Philippines. I don't know, man. I do think I would like to try the mushrooms, but I think I would make sure that they are cooked all the way, baby. How would you like your mushrooms, sir? Medium well.
Little people,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want my mushrooms, little people.
please. With an extra elf.
Porcini. It says it's closely related to the porcini mushroom. That seems like something I could buy in H-E-B. But you're right. The chemical that causes the hallucinations remains unidentified. Dick, I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
Let's say that you're dating a lady, and it's getting kind of serious.
Ooh.
And she says, you know,
You're a little person?
my ex-boyfriend, pretty violent guy, is in prison.
Okay.
You're thinking, okay. And he's due to get out next week. What are you gonna do with that, man? You gonna tough it out, or are you out after that situation? You gonna stick with a girl who's had a guy whose ex-boyfriend is in prison and he's just about to get out? Because
Well, that's the first thing I ask a girl when we go out.
yeah,
So chances of staying with that girl are very limited.
because when he
Off
gets
the bat.
out, he gonna
But
be
if we're serious,
he gonna be hungry.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could risk it. Kind of like this mushroom. I want it fully cooked.
Well, you didn't really like the woman in the first place, then, if you don't want to risk it.
I don't think I could do it, man.
I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. All right, man. It's a pretty good time for the quick hit here at the end of the show. Dick, do you know who Janet Guthrie is?
No, I do not.
Janet Guthrie is, that's right, still alive. I'm trying to get a little bit better at picking our quick hits
Are you
here.
sure? Did you check today?
Well, this is true. As far as I know, she's still alive at the age of 87. She is a former American race car driver, and she is the first female to qualify and race in either the Indianapolis 500 or the Daytona 500, both of which she competed in 1977.
Yeah.
She had first attempted to enter the Indianapolis 500 in 1976, but failed to qualify. She raced in the 500 in 1977, 78, and 1979. She is also the first woman to lead a lap in the NASCAR Cup Series competition. Janet Guthrie. Interesting. She was originally an aerospace engineer, Dick, graduating from University of Michigan with a degree in physics. So now, I got to ask you, when her and her husband go to the store, go to the movies, go out to dinner, do you think she lets him drive?
I mean, it all depends.
I'm thinking I'm letting her drive everywhere because there is no way in hell
I'm not
that I would be
I'm not paying
driving.
for all the speeding tickets.
She's going
dog.
to be like, oh, watch that. Oh, stoplight up there. Could you speed up and go a little bit faster? The whole time. I could not imagine riding along with this woman in the car. Insufferable.
How?
She is oh my God, Dick.
Yeah, but maybe she wouldn't do that. Maybe she just quietly tell herself that this husband or boyfriend's terrible at driving.
That doesn't exist.
Oh.
There's no way that exists.
Well, every woman,
If this woman drove,
every woman I've had in the car, they sit in the back and they shut up.
she's going to look at you and go,
No, I'm
have
just
you
kidding.
ever led a lap in a NASCAR race? I don't think so.
That's true. That's a great one up.
So no, I'm letting her drive everywhere. Not happening. Well, you know what, Janet Guthrie, you are our onesie of the week. I'm going to give it to you at age 87, almost 88. Man.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well,
I'm kind
pretty
of curious how she got into it because, I mean, you're graduating from the University of Michigan with an aerospace engineer degree or physics degree, and then she worked at an aviation, and then all of a sudden she's like, yo, put me in a car.
Well, she was also really integral in the support of Saudi Arabian women to drive. This was now probably 15 years ago. 2011. She signed the petition. I'm doing my part. I'm signing a petition. Yeah, I'm sure she did face some scrutiny back
Yeah.
in the day.
Well, the scary thing about that scrutiny is if you're on the track, I mean, everyone's kind of fair game.
In what way?
Oh, they're, the bump and rug, or what's it
What?
called? What do they call it?
Bump and drag or something? I don't know.
It's from Days of Thunder. I forget. It's like, oh, they're bumping you.
Bump and rub?
Something like, they're just rubbing you. They're just rubbing you. And he's like, oh, he hit me. I was like, no, he was just rubbing you. So, yeah, I imagine she got rubbed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably, I mean, I don't think anyone tried to kill her, but.
Awesome. All right, Dick. This was fun, buddy. I'm glad we got it in.
Yeah.
It was a little iffy. There's a little touch and go there in the second half. Both of us have had a rough week. You were under the weather.
Yeah.
You had to do issues. And I was traveling. I just drove in, and I'm soups tired, but I persevered.
Yeah, just to let the onesies know, my twos became a onesie.
Bye-bye, everyone.